Bro, he's just a beast.
This isn't helping the claims about jiu-jitsu, guys. Sometimes people are so unfit, they can't run away. Things why you know when you're at the start. We got some guys into training because I said to them, a guy can just hold you down and do whatever he wants to.
Going at it, punching each other, trying to knock each other out.
That's a big thing.
To come in, a tactician to come in.
Yeah, it's recording. There you go.
No, you do need to introduce.
I feel pressure with co-pilot. Look at us.
Because I've been introducing all of them now.
Oh, is it? Do you want to
I don't do it. I don't do that.
He doesn't do that.
It's
So.
against the rules. It's against my rules.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Can we do one more month to get in the mood?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Waheguru Satnam Sri Waheguru Sahib Jiyo.
Why are you breathing? Why are you breathing? Just start the movement.
Let him do it. Leave it.
No, I love deep breathing. I love it.
Don't get hit started on it.
I'm a big advocate of deep breathing.
Alright. एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त अजूनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आ सच जुगाद सच है पी सच नानक होसी पी सच आद सच जुगाद सच है पी सच नानक होसी पी सच. So welcome back. Alright. Welcome back to Sikh Warrior Project Reaction Series Part 3. And we've had some really, really good feedback from our first 2 podcasts, and we get straight into the third one now.
Yeah, let's go. We're just going to be reacting to videos again. TikTok videos. We already did the hate comments, addressing them idiots.
Imagine someone slaps your mum or slaps your missus and you can't do anything about it. It's so...
That's it, just reacting to videos again now. Get more hate comments.
I've been in fights where I wanted to wet myself, the beating was so bad, but I had no choice. Why? Because integrity doesn't allow. No one stopped that fight when I went 12 rounds with Carl Thompson. No one actually felt sorry for me either. What is this feeling sorry for fighters because they're hurt? You're supposed to get hurt. I don't show my 19 championship wins or those pictures. I show people this. Badge of honor. That's my championship. I could take it because that's, in actual fact, what it's really about. Can you take a beating? And then when you've taken that beating, bow and accept it like a gentleman. Now that is the cut of the man you want your own son to be.
Rastafari.
Bruv.
That was too sick, bro.
I feel like punching myself up after that.
When he's talking about taking a beating, I was just thinking about yesterday when you were piecing me up. Not punching me in my face.
It wasn't even, bro. It wasn't even.
I think what he's saying is very true and high-level stuff. Like, no one's in there to save you when you're in that ring or when you're in a fight, when you're in a spot, whatever it may be. No one's there to save you. And it don't matter if you're getting beaten up, but can you take the beating and carry on?
That's the main thing. Yeah, you have to get a blackout before I tap out, innit? I think that's what it is. But you have to get beaten the shit out of. You have to learn who you are. And that's the main thing about martial arts. Because there was a period in my life, 2-3 years, where I wasn't training. There was no development. It was only when I got back in the gym, got beaten the shit out of, start learning things again, and really humbles you, man.
Love it.
I watched this other video recently, like about how the world is like a paradox.
Wow.
And
why are you going over doing that?
it's so weird, bro.
Yeah, what do you mean by paradox?
Paradoxal, like as in, like you have to go through pain to get gain. It kind of ties into this a little bit, innit? Like where you have to go through hardship, and then only then can you get the fruits of it.
Bro, that's what our Sikhi's made from. It's literally made from hardship. Every time I'm having a bad day, or if any of like friends, family is having a bad day, I just say that, look what our taram, we're all wearing a kara, look at what this is made from. Look at all the stories, like none of it was joy. It was all pain. So
you can't have sukh without dukh anyway. You can't have it. Because how do you know what to compare it to?
Bro, I'm about to, first time I'm about to bring Bhakti out now. It's not just Arjun all the time. Dukh daru sukh rog pya ja saktam no hai. So dukh, pain is the medicine, happiness is the disease. So we're not going to, Maharaj is telling us, we're not going to get anywhere with happiness. It's all through pain.
Oh, very nice.
That's a good Bhakti.
Very nice.
We've just dropped our merch on SikhWarriorProject.com. If you liked what we're wearing in this video, then please check out our website.
Every design released is inspired by the blood of martyrs.
Guys, grab yours now. The link's in the description.
And if you want a 10% discount on your first order, then use this code. I'm gonna put it right there.
Notorious sex predators ever in the United States of America. And they asked him, they said, what made you target or what made you go after a specific child? He went after boys, girls, black, white, Hispanic. It didn't really matter. He went after them all. There wasn't a specific demographic he focused on. And the most amazing thing he said, I looked at the father. And if the father wasn't a threat, I would go after that child. Wow. That blew me away. He didn't look at the mother. He looked at the father. And if the father wasn't a threat, so I started saying, hey, be a threat. That's a good thing. If you're a dad.
Bloody hell.
What do you guys make of that?
Like, for that guy's mindset to even think that is crazy, isn't it? As a predator.
Crazy.
But that's why we've got to be on it.
This is the reason why I train. I want to beat up pedophiles.
I thought he was going to say, I want to be a pedophile.
Funny I don't want to be a pedophile. On a more funny note, even though it's not a funny topic, we got some guys into training because I said to them, like, a guy can just hold you down and do whatever he wants to. and that thought in itself made them come to training. So it's good. It's good because it's true. It's like,
true.
If you can just be held down by another guy, that's horrible. Like, that's not good.
Imagine getting pinned down by a guy and he's literally trying to kiss you and you can't do nothing.
You can't stop him. That's terrible. That's terrible. No, but on a serious note, this guy's right. Like even like mothers and fathers both. Like being that father. Sometimes mothers can be a father figure.
I'm not gonna be shook at them.
Sometimes mothers can be a father figure.
I wouldn't be shook at them no matter what.
Okay, that's you. But you get situations in like you get situations where like the mom is the mother and the father, or you get situations where the father is the father and the mother. But it's just that they're relentless, they're protective, they're vicious. They have all of these qualities within them, and that's what's showing that toughness and showing that it's not aggression, but that capability. You need to have the capability of violence. It's very important. It's not saying you're a violent person in your very nature, but having the capability of violence is needed, is necessary.
Yeah, having the line and controlling it.
And it shines through to your child as well. So if you've got that in you, you've got that spirit in you, the fighting spirit, or even the spirit of like being vicious when you need to be vicious, your child will know when there's a threat coming. If there was a predator approaching him, he would be like, yo, get away, get back. These are things we need to be teaching our children now. And if our parents are not on it, our kids won't be on it.
It's the main thing.
Won't be
It's the
protected.
main thing, yeah. Bro, we got singing our names because we're lions, innit? Like, what lion have you seen that has a dead? Like, we ain't meant to have deads. And half our like elders in their 50s got deads.
That's true. You think this guy thinks he's so cool?
What is going on here?
First mistake, you did a cigarette before he's going to
should have
street fight.
listened.
His hands are down. Look. Beautifully timed leg kick. Oh.
I really want to know what happened to him after that. Like,
I don't think he's dead, but he got knocked out cold.
That's enough to kill a man.
He could.
Yeah.
Wow. He could. Well, look, that guy was so calm and composed as this guy was coming at him. And, and look, this guy who doesn't even train, clearly, he had so much confidence.
Yeah.
The other guy was just calm and composed, ready. We were waiting for the guy to come towards him.
100%.
It shows you, like, when you train, you build up that confidence.
100%. And that leg kick was beautiful. So crisp. Finished him.
Bro, this guy's like double his weight.
There need to be more fights like this.
He looks like a child in front of him.
I wonder why this is set up though. So weird.
There's Russians in it. They always do this stuff. It's so jokes. Wow.
Straight to mount.
Oh,
I love it.
Like, that's the thing. If you are going to beat a bigger guy, it's going to be through grappling, innit?
I think so, yeah. Like, to be fair, I'm surprised the bigger guy like wasn't able to just chuck him off, but
same.
It seems like the skill gap is so big between them that it made such a big difference.
Yeah. Seems a bit dumb as well, that big Guri as well. Like,
he wasn't trying, was he?
Yeah, like, come on. Like, when he was trying to do that suplex thing, just lift him up and then slam his head on the ground. Like,
sometimes, like, when you're too big, you become a bit sluggish.
Yeah.
And the smaller guy seemed very athletic, very active.
Yeah.
And this big guy seemed very slow.
Yeah.
Obviously, skill-wise as well, I assume he doesn't know that much. Because he should have done more.
Yeah, skill-wise, I think he's just a normal street fighter, innit?
Maybe.
And that guy's pro MMA fighter more time. But yeah, we're just running corners around him.
Daughter into a martial art. Should I put my daughter into karate? Should I put her into this?
You knew what you did.
Put your daughter into jiu-jitsu 100%. Your daughter, a bunch of jiu-jitsu and a little bit of Muay Thai,
Yeah, she becomes dangerous.
It's like the perfect combo.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest selling point for jiu-jitsu for women. I mean, when a woman, no matter how big, how small, can put a guy to sleep in 3.5 seconds.
Sick.
Yeah, it kind of ties into what Sandip says about like going into blue belt. Like, you know, when you're at that stage is when you can fight untrained, heavy opponent. And that's what jiu-jitsu is, isn't it? Like being able to control someone bigger and stronger than you.
I think jiu-jitsu makes your mind work so much. And at a young age, having to do all that thinking in the present moment, under that pressure, I think that's why he's advocating it for kids so much.
And women.
Yeah.
I think it's it's the best thing for problem solving. You're not solving static problems. Like if you're doing a math problem, it just says, you know, x squared plus 2x equals y or whatever. Just made a random thing up. These are dynamic problems. That means every single time you do something, the problem changes. So you're constantly solving problems. So how good is that for the mind and also for the body? Because physically it's a real workout as well. So it's really important to be able to fight someone bigger than you and untrained. Like they might have the weight advantage, they might have the strength advantage, but if you can beat them just based on your skill, that's why it's so good.
Yeah, like literally, I think like the only chance a woman has when they're defending themselves against an attacker who's bigger than them, any sort of strength, is through jiu-jitsu. Like obviously we've taught at the class at some points as well. We've seen videos on it as well where a girl's hair's being pulled, and then there's ways to get them into a choke, the attacker into a choke when they've got your hair. And there's so many different things you can do. And like the attacker thinks, oh, I'm on top, but no, there's so many things you can do from guard. Definitely, I'd get my kids into jiu-jitsu.
Me too. I'd say wrestling, jiu-jitsu, a little bit of striking you need anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I do like Sandip's approach nowadays. Like he was saying with the kids, like he doesn't do as much striking with them. Yeah, he will like you know, show them to set up their takedowns with strikes and stuff. But he said he doesn't like putting too much of a focus at the moment at a young age on striking, because obviously the effects it can have.
It's probably the damage that they'll take.
Yeah.
So as they get older, that's something they'll do more of.
Yeah.
After.
What makes Sikh martial arts
recently
compared to other styles?
Okay, it's the coolest martial art ever created. Like, period. Okay, that's why I love it. Okay, so the principles
Look at the passion in it.
of Sikh martial arts are clearly defined, right? For those who understand and know them well, right? And I would say that there's some overlap and shared similarities and traits with other arts, right? But there's very defined rules and parameters within akaras that are unique and separate from many other Eastern Asian traditions and Western traditions, right? But for me personally, this is just personally, it's the weapons. Unique shapes of the weapons that you don't find, right, outside of India, the Indian subcontinent.
That's interesting. I actually never noticed that these weapons, like, because we're familiar seeing these weapons since we were young, because we're in that culture. But actually, you don't see these weapons outside of India, really.
The shapes, the curves of them.
Yeah, you see like similar, maybe different types, but they're very unique. I never thought about that. It's very special.
Which one stands out to you the most, Arjun?
For me, it's a punch dagger, Qatar.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
But in India, in like Persia, they used to use Qatars, and it's so cool, isn't it? Like having like a spear in your hand.
Yeah, that's my favorite one, definitely. Beige cubs as well.
I think the coolest thing is the music in this Star Wars. I loved it.
The what?
The Star Wars track was sick.
Oh yeah.
This guy Gali Bushi, he knows his stuff. Like we watched his videos and he's supported us from the very beginning actually. So
yeah, definitely.
Shout out to him. He's smashing it.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu black belt, judo black belt. We've watched his content. This guy's a serious martial artist. So big respect to him.
Hopefully, Mars Gipper, we can do a link up soon when we come down.
Because you know what? Look at these Gurdwara nowadays. माफ करना भाई साहब जी. जब आप गुरुद्वारा देखेंगे ना,
So humble.
इन्हें देखिए बहुत बड़ा घाटा है. But the पुराने Sikhs wouldn't recognize them. I feel that people from 300-400 years ago would turn up to our Gurdwara now, and they would be like, "This is not a Gurdwara."
100%.
We'd be like, "Why? Guru Granth Sahib Ji is here." They're like, "But there's no horses, there's no shooting training, there's no gyan being given out, there's no Santya classes. There's just no education going on. What is this place? It's a bit like a temple. It's a bit like a mandir. You just go at the front, ring the bell, matha take, and you go home. This is not a Gurdwara from what we remember. We remember a place where we used to train, we used to get fit, we used to solve our problems together, we used to look at other people's problems and solve their problems. It was like a university/army center, right? And people enjoyed those places, and they loved going there. And now it's become religious only, as if all the other things weren't religious. You know, when Guru Angad Dev Ji sets up a wrestling training center, if you go to Akhada Sahib, it's a Gurdwara that was based around a wrestling ring. You get it? And the guru, the second guru, would wrestle. And who would he wrestle? Obviously Sikhs, innit? Sikhs would get in there and wrestle their guru. And they would enjoy it. And the guru would train. And the Sikhs would train. That's the kind of guru we have. I don't say we had, we have. We still got that guru. But we have become a bit strange and separate from our guru. So, obviously there's tension in a community. There's always tension between a family. How do you get rid of it? You come together and you have like a celebration. You meet each other. You don't just break away from each other. You still stay in the family. The family, they say blood is thicker than water, isn't it? So you get together anyway. And it breaks the tension down. Or maybe you have a bit of an argument. Maybe they say, okay, put some gloves on it. Have a bit of a ruck. Get him in the wrestling ring. Say wrestle karke, kar do apni padhas baat. And just get back to normal again. That's how it should be. You should be training, fighting, eating, horse riding, shooting, archery. When you have that kind of stuff, sports in a gurdwara, then these tensions and these kind of, what I might say, almost like kind of, it's almost not worthy of a macho culture. It's like, you know, like in Punjab, in the Pind, they say, "Budi wale gala karte hain." They keep moaning about each other, keep on complaining about each other. Get over it and get along, man. You know, be a man. That's what Peter would say. Be a man. Do the right thing. Yeah? So we're not doing the right things. We're just arguing and being silly. Yeah, we need to step up to the game that we're supposed to be doing, right? So this is the part of the problem I feel, that the Gurdwara have become a bit of a anti-Gurdwara.
You know what, Bhai Jagrat Singh, man, he was so forward thinking for that time.
Way ahead of his time.
And his philosophy was just so simple, and it was like, make the Gurdwara the best place. You know, where everybody would want to come together and learn things. We don't have that.
Bro, he's looking the Granthi in the eye. Every time he says it, obviously respectfully, he's saying, Gurdwara's not how it should be, man. Like, and you know what, obviously, yeah, we want to see it way more advanced than it is at the moment. But like right now on the Singh Sabha premises in Old Hall, obviously we've got Beast Fight Team. A lot of Singhs training there now. And this is a little glimpse of like what it should look like. You see Singhs doing Gatka on the fields and everything. But for the sort of the money the Gurdwara they have, yeah, it might be controversial. The money they have, we should be doing so much more. And hopefully, you know, heard there are plans.
But not just Singh Sabha, every Gurdwara should have this.
Yeah.
But I think it's amazing what he's saying. But I think it's amazing where we are now as well, because he realized that there's a problem here.
Yeah.
And he started the Gatha, the 7 to 8 p.m. 6 to 7 p.m. basis of Sikhi. Whilst he was here, he was doing that himself.
Yeah.
But then think about it. That's carried on now. But what's missing? The warrior aspect.
Yeah.
He himself already knew this. That was the next step.
Yeah.
But Maharaj Kirpa now, Sikh Warrior Project has been born from him, really.
From him, yeah.
I wasn't even into Sikhi without this guy. Maharaj Kirpa.
Wow.
So look at what happens. Like,
it's the Kirta Vaiguru, isn't it?
This is the game. It's beautiful.
I really think he was Mahapurush. Like, obviously, I know it's a controversial topic.
No, he is. Definitely. He's a good Sikh. And his vision.
He changed the world.
Yeah.
He's still changing the world. He's still changing people's. He's influencing people, and he's bringing them so close to Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
Yeah.
And if you look at Guru Sikhs and Guru Mukhs, those are the type of people that we should look up to.
I love what he said. He's like, if you have an issue with someone, a dispute with someone, just put on the gloves, just have a bit of a rock, and you'll be fine after.
I love that.
It's so true. It's funny. One of my friends who trains, he actually, at his birthday party, he had 2 pairs of gloves.
Yeah.
He said, if anyone gets into a bit of a trouble, just punch each other up. You're going to forget about it in 2 seconds.
Bro, my dad used to do this when I was young, I was a kid. And me and my older brother, is only 3 years older, we used to fight. He would put boxing gloves on. He'd be the ref in the middle. We'd be going at it, punching each other, trying to knock each other out.
That's the
we
way.
had mouth guards and everything. And then, no one would win, but it would just be fun.
All of your problems disappear after that, because not everything is so insignificant compared to like real violence. That real violence shows you that like all these little things we worry about and struggle with, they're nothing. They're pointless. We're struggling for no reason.
It's playful violence as well.
And it's that instant respect you develop for the other person after you have a fight. Like no matter how, like look at like UFC fighters, they go into wars. They might hate each other so much. At the end, it's always like fair play, man.
It's always respect.
Yeah. It says talk is cheap. Talk is so cheap.
Do you know what's crazy? Sikh Warrior Project actually came from him.
Yeah. That's such a good point. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Because we're our own thing, but we started under basics.
This is our divine revelation, man.
Like he knew that there's going to be in the future Singhs that fight like you guys.
He knew this.
That going to join basics, and then we're going to bring it. That's crazy.
And it's amazing because the Sant side, the Saint side, started first, which I always say is definitely important to have a base in that side, and then bring in the soldier side as well. obviously doing both at the same time is great. But he started first with the weekly katha. Even then he was advocating like pull-ups, all this, the army
Yeah, I
training.
remember,
And people like wouldn't take it serious. Like some people would be like, yeah, that's true, but they wouldn't do it. But he like later down the line, this whole project has been born now, which is bridging that gap now. And you get people who are into Sikhi coming into martial arts, but you're also getting people who are into martial arts, they're coming into Sikhi.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
the two are like yin and yang.
Yeah.
They're together. You can't have one without the other.
So many people from Beast, when they were watching the podcast, they said one of their favorite bits was the Panktiya. You know how Arjun Singh was doing the Panktiya? They said they love it because it's telling them things that they actually didn't know, and they've never thought of things that deeply before.
How many people didn't know that Guru Arjan Dev Ji would wrestle as well?
Yes.
Was it Guru Arjan?
It was Guru Angad
Guru
Dev Ji.
Angad Dev Ji, sorry.
They
But
had
I'm sure,
a card outside,
I'm sure
yeah.
all of the Gurus wrestled, to be
Yeah,
honest.
of course. Yeah, 100%. Baba Buddha Ji, yeah. They taught.
They taught Shastra Vidya to Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I didn't know this. Look how much I'm learning on this project.
It's beautiful.
It's always been a part of Sikhi. Training and the saintly side, they've always been a part of Sikhi. And for some reason now, like he said, people have forgotten that.
Yeah. You know, some things, yeah, I've had conversations with, they've tried to justify that, yeah, it's important, but it's like, it's not, obviously, it's not on the same level of norm. Of course it's not, yeah. But they're saying it's like, they say it's needed, but it's not necessary.
No.
They've tried to say to me it's not necessary, and they were trying to justify the things in 1984, like they didn't even train.
No, but they did.
They did.
They did. I spoke to some singers as well.
Yeah.
A very old, elderly, respected Guru Sikhs in our com. And I asked the same question: is it important for us to learn how to shoot, how to fight? And he said to me, 100%. He said in '84. Yes, they all had the Kamai. They were all Guru Sikhs that did a lot of part and a lot of Naam Bhajan Bandagi.
Yeah.
But Sant Janan Singh Ji knew they needed a general like General Sabeg Singh to
exactly.
come in, a tactician to come
This
in
is the point.
and teach the Singhs how to hold guns, how to reload the guns.
Also, if you look at those things in '84, like we can see pictures and stuff, they were not like overweight, out of shape Singhs.
Yeah.
They were in good shape, man.
Very, very.
They weren't even like super skinny. They were actually good, healthy, looking good, strong. Like they looked great.
Literally,
you could tell.
yeah.
I don't know what they were doing, whether it was their diet, whether they were doing push-ups and stuff. Maybe at the amount they walked and like helped lifting things, basic stuff like that. They kept in very good shape.
Yeah.
So we should have that as a minimum, just our health, and then do the martial
No,
side.
they did train. Even the Singhs that got jailed afterwards, while they were in prison, they were still training. You'll see pictures of these Guru Sikhs. I've forgotten the names now. We'll add the pictures. And they, in their prison cells, they're hench. You can see their muscles, their six packs are ripped. And you're thinking, yo, these things were on it.
Someone told me a story once about one of these things that were in jail. They told me that all they asked for was just like ghee. Like, was it gyur?
Yeah.
They just asked for gyur only.
Oh,
They said, I'm just gonna.
he was a wrestler, innit?
He's some wrestler, but he was in jail, and
Yeah,
he goes,
yeah.
I just want to eat this every day. And he goes, all he did all day was push-ups.
Bro.
Oh,
Man, look at that. That's the most
horrible.
gunda stuff I've
Someone
seen.
wrote bro's legs pointing at who did it.
That's actually crazy.
That is peak.
And that happened from him kicking the guy, and then what? His leg hit the floor and it just broke.
Yeah.
Or maybe it happened on impact,
Or
when
impact,
he kicked
yeah.
it. But you see a lot of these
A
actually.
lot of these, Anderson Silva, and it even happened. You know the guy who Anderson Silva was fighting, Chris Weidman. It happened to Chris Weidman again a few years later.
Once it's broken.
I think once it happens once,
yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
there's a lot of weakness there.
Wow.
These are the risks you would take in it when you compete at such a high level.
Such a high level, yeah.
But this is what I rate. Like when I was younger, I used to be into like all this Shaolin monk stuff. I don't know if you've ever watched the videos on YouTube.
Conditioning's
And their
crazy.
conditioning is absolutely crazy. You could probably tell them what they used to do, like
crazy
punching
stuff.
sand,
He does it himself.
punching Barney.
Punching walls and stuff. Like they're
crazy.
like the rice bags. They put their hands in rice bags and like do these crazy movements.
and iron rods on the shins.
Benlo, we did the Benlo.
They do real solid conditioning, and you see some of them that they're really like tough people.
This guy's got a full video on YouTube where he fights like 4 or
nice.
5 people. Look at that.
Straight away just choked him.
I think against an untrained opponent, if you train jiu-jitsu and grappling, you're gonna
He
win.
made it look easy.
Yeah.
How many years for you to be able to take on any untrained opponent, no matter what size they are?
2 years minimum, I would say.
I think you got to be a blue belt at a good club,
Yeah,
and
yeah, definitely.
a lot of jiu-jitsu clubs, they don't wrestle at all. So I think you need the wrestling too. Like not like you don't have to be a pro wrestler. You just got to be able to. You got to have like 3-4 takedowns that you're really comfortable with.
Definitely,
You're really good
yeah,
at.
yeah.
Like body lock, double leg, single leg, something like that.
Yep.
And you could tell this guy, he's a great wrestler. The way he got around to his back, he got the body lock, went around to his back, got him down. But then once it's on the ground, a 2-year like blue belt at a good club will definitely make easy work of an untrained opponent.
I've seen the full video on YouTube. This is a small clip, and he actually says to the fighters before, he's like, "You can punch me as hard as you want. Like, try and knock me out."
Yeah.
And these lot are going for it, and he just takes them down.
That's why it's so important to do MMA as well, because like sometimes sport jiu-jitsu will get you into situations where punches are still a real issue.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of work both. Like obviously sport jiu-jitsu is so fun. I find it so fun. Like attacking the legs and stuff like that. It's really fun. But sometimes when I'm in these positions, I can actually just get punched. So you got to keep that in mind when you're doing your MMA sessions, that like, if punches are involved here, I need to maybe like get more close control, tie his arms up. I don't want to get punched from this situation. So it's important to do everything really.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Go on, do you react to it? I hate this video.
I didn't mind it, but
You guys like this kind of stuff.
Funny enough, this has actually happened in the club to me. Where I got put in a footlock. I don't know who it was yet. It was a blue belt.
And then
he got me. It might have been you.
I remember doing that to you. And then I had asked you if you're ticklish, and you said,
"Yeah, I wasn't."
No, yeah.
This isn't helping the claims about jiu-jitsu, guys. It's not helping.
Sikhs tickle each other's feet.
Wow.
Look how good these kids are.
Wow.
They're not as good as Jaden though.
I'm very good. Look at some of these entries.
Do you know what I like? Is that they're not spazzy. They're very controlled, and it's like they know what they're going for. It's beautiful.
I can't believe how good you can be as a kid, like at martial arts. Like, it's like I can't imagine it because I started so late myself.
Yeah.
They're so good. They look so seasoned.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's like we underestimate the limits of the brain, innit? Of like how much we can learn. And when you're young, if you're exposed to the right thing, there's no limit to how much you can take in and absorb.
But it's like, even if you look at the champions of Tai and Cade Rotolo, they said they've been doing jiu-jitsu since they were 2. And what are they now? They're 20. So they've been doing jiu-jitsu for 18 years. And they said jiu-jitsu to us is like breathing. That's what they said. They said it's like we're not thinking about nothing. It's just happening.
Wow.
And if you watch them, they're amazing. They're the most entertaining to watch.
I can't understand how good they are.
So fluid, like they move like water. Don't they?
Defense, but you shouldn't let a street fight go to the ground. Here's how it works out. If you come to me and you want to fight me, and you like square off like in a boxing stance, I can run away from you. Right? I can just run away. I can just run away. I'm gonna get away from you. I don't want to fight you. If you want to kick me, I can run away from you. Like there's my primary self-defense is I'm just gonna run away from you. And you grab a hold of me, now everything's different. I can't run away anymore. Now I have.
The amount of people that have said to me, "Oh, but jiu-jitsu is going to be on the ground," blah blah blah. I just think they're so naive and they don't understand it enough.
He makes a really good point that you can run away if someone hasn't entangled you and they haven't grabbed you, got you in a clinch or something. You can run away, but sometimes people are so unfit they can't run away. So you need to either get good at running or get good at martial arts or do both.
Yeah.
Because you can't run if you're just so unfit and you're tripping up over your own feet.
Yeah.
Such a weird saying. They got this random like Asian guy.
Oh, he's a Mongolian. He's Mongolian. They're known for their like grappling skills. Yeah. He's doing some traditional Mongolian warm up.
Singh's got full bana as well. I love it.
What's beautiful is getting the wrist control already.
The Singh knows what he's doing.
Yeah. They both do.
Oh, look at that, man.
I love
See that the way he put his arms
He
in?
made that look effortless.
Back
He
kick.
got to his back straight away.
This guy practices it properly, you can tell.
Oh, he's putting the pressure on him.
He's got a single leg.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
He's got his back.
Oh,
beautiful.
The way he switched grips there was amazing.
Look at that, man.
And the stars come off.
Good pressure though.
They're just taking it off, innit? See, guys, what we were saying in the last video is, oh, this happens. It comes off. You just have to carry on.
Yeah, it's
without
gonna
it.
happen. Wow. He's controlled the hips.
He still covered his head.
Oh, I
So
love this.
good.
Such a good video.
And look at that, like mutual respect they have for each other after engaging in, a grapple. a grapple
yeah,
session.
proper battle. Oh my god, that's so sick.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, you need to see more of that.
I
like-
want to go there wherever they are.
Yeah,
and just grapple in the
just do
sand
that.
like that. That's
Yeah.
so sick. It's wicked. And yeah, like we were saying about the star coming off.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen, guys. Like so many of you complain about this so much. We used to get DMs about this. Sings, why you not wearing the star?
Yeah.
Bro, if you're in a grappling situation, the star's coming off, mate.
Yeah.
No, you try to keep it on. As well with us. You try to keep
It's
it on.
not just grappling. In any war, any fight, it's gonna come off.
Yeah, and those people like that, you should appreciate more like what like Singhs are doing. The fact that Singhs are training like these sort of movements. Like, you should be happy that these things are happening. That that the next generation can look up to things like these and be like, okay, we need to train, rather than you're not keeping the start on when you're training.
Yeah, it's not about that. There's way more to training than wearing the style while you're training. And I feel like these lot are it's so nice to watch. Like the mutual respect of these two.
Makes
me happy, man.
And I love seeing things in Barnet wrestling. Just
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Oh, it's good, man. It reminds me of like how it would have been in the Guru's times.
Yeah,
all the things wrestling and wow.
So Mansher Kera, the most recent UFC Sikh fight we have now.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I think the third one after Arjun Pullard, Kiru was in the road to the UFC final, and Mansher Kera is now in the UFC.
Wow,
absolute monster. Like if you look at his resume, I'm so surprised that he's not like mainstream at the moment. Obviously now that he's in the UFC, everyone's gonna realize who he is. But he's just a beast. He was born in Taran Taran. The Sakya that have come from Taran Taran, from the Guru's times, his lineage is from there. He was born there. And now we're seeing someone who's come from where our Gurus were born, and he's now made it to the biggest stage in MMA. And so excited. And his record isn't just, it's not a joke. He's 10-0. He's got 8 finishes, choked out five of his guys with a rear naked choke.
Yeah. It's amazing. High level grappler. His striking is amazing. Wrestling is amazing.
I cannot wait to watch this guy.
Yeah, I can't.
Bro, he's just a beast.
Yeah.
He's got like that wow factor. Like he's got that dog in him. He's such a beast when he fights. He's vicious. He's scary.
Yeah.
Like I look at him and I think I don't want to fight this guy.
Get scared,
like he's actually such a beast.
Yeah.
Like big respect to him. It's amazing what he's doing. You could tell this guy trains hard.
Yeah.
Like he trains hard. I've seen some of his sparring footage. Vicious in the gym, man. Just with his own boys, going hard.
Yeah.
So, and I also saw a clip of him in a jiu-jitsu comp fighting against Gary Tonin.
Wow.
For those of you who know,
Very
like Gary
high level.
Tonin, I think he's one of John Danaher's students. Shows you what kind of resume this guy's got and what kind of high level grappler he is.
He's done a bare knuckle MMA fight as well.
Wow.
Who can you say he's done a bare knuckle MMA
He's done
fight?
everything.
That's just a different level. Like, I can't wait.
I think like even though he's done so much, it's just the beginning though. Like he started UFC now.
Yeah, he's in his prime years.
That's it. Let's see where he gets to, innit? And hopefully he just smashes.
And this is something I was saying in the previous video about why it's important for Sikh fighters to get to the big stage. We have to always think, because it's in a Sikhi perspective, Bantik perspective, it should never be for one's own personal gain and whatnot. But now Mansher Singh now, he's gonna go to the UFC and he's got Shahid Singh on his ribcage, tattooed on his ribcage. He's got Bhagat Singh on his ribcage. Now he's gonna go. People are gonna see who's this man with the turban on. You got tattooed on, and then he can now tell the story of who this man is. What he gave his life for, and he got hung at 23 years old. He can tell people this. Like, wow, like. This guy's come from like martyrs. He's come from Shahid Singhs. So it's brilliant. It really, really excites me.
This is another thing. Like sometimes people might look at someone like him, like he's not like he doesn't keep his case and stuff like that. He doesn't wear the star, a long beard. But look at how much love he's got for Sikhi to have that tattooed on his body.
100%.
Like I think this is something that our community needs to get better at. We need to realize that everyone doesn't matter how you look. They got different levels of love for Sikhi. They got different levels of love for our history.
Yeah.
We should be supporting these people like together. We should all be, a strong community.
Yeah,
we shouldn't be putting people down because of how they look and stuff like that. We're not about that. The Sikhi's not about that.
100%. Everyone's on their own journey. But there's some people who haven't got their case and have given martyrdom. So who are we to say that we're Singhs and this guy doesn't keep his case? So we're better than them. It's not that. Like Raj Singh said, really excited for what Mansher Singh's going to do in the UFC. It's very, very promising. Very promising. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next one. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and watch out for more videos.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. That was a beautiful ending, I'm not gonna lie.
The way he did there,
very good.
It's the best ending I've ever.
And the Fateh was on point as well.